Welcome, everybody. I'd just like to share with you just a story about one of my favorite saints. One of my favorite saints is St. Philip Neri. He lived in Rome during the Middle Ages, at a time when the church in Rome was a little bit of a mixed bag, so to speak. The people were prayerful, they were building churches, they were creating great art, but there was also maybe a lot of areas where the church needed to be healed, where people needed to be reminded of their faith and the love that Christ had for them. And so into this comes this unique individual, Philip Neri, who had this idea that if I could just meet people where they're at, if I can develop a relationship with them, I can help them discover that Jesus is the answer to all their questions, and He's the way that they can live their life that gives honor to God. And so he just kind of went out to where the people would be in the squares of Rome, and he would put his little box up, and he would stand there, and he would tell stories, and he would sing, he would juggle, anything to get their attention, anything to get them to stop their busy moments and just come and spend a moment with him. And once he had got their attention, he might offer a little prayer, or he might read a little scripture. He might just give the briefest of homilies or sermons, to maybe open their hearts, to intrigue them a little bit, to get them to start asking questions. And sure enough, over a period of months and years, he developed this thing called the oratory, where people would just come from all walks of life, and they would gather with him, and they would read books, and they would go on pilgrimages, and they would sing songs, they would have picnics, they would pray together, they would go to Mass. And over time, he slowly formed these groups and individuals into these communities of faith, where they would take the faith into their families, amongst their friends, to the places where they worked. I'm always intrigued by Philip Neri and how he was able to do what he did, because we live in a similar time, where people pray and they do maybe just the basics of their faith, but maybe they aren't growing closer to Jesus. Maybe their relationship with Jesus isn't changing their life. Maybe it's just become something that they do without thinking about it. And brothers and sisters, one of the things I want to do in this parish at St. Pat's is to get us maybe to move ahead with Jesus just a little bit, and just a little bit here, a little bit there. I was talking with my dad last night at dinner. I went to my parents' house, and my mom made one of my favorite meals. She put some meatloaf on the table, and it was delightful. And my dad took out this old piece of paper that he had saved from so many years ago, from when he was a boy at St. Patrick, and it was like a testimonial dinner that had taken place for Father Walsh, the pastor. He had only been here for 6 years, back in the 50s. And in that time, he had changed St. Patrick's, the landscape, the architecture, the vitality. He was just this bolt of lightning in the midst of this very complacent and staid place of St. Patrick, and he transformed it over those years. And I was reading this piece of paper. I said, Dad, this is what I want to do. I want to just bring the energy and the love of Jesus alive in our parish. I want, slowly but surely, just through the ordinary moments of our life, by telling stories, by praying, by meeting people where they're at, by helping them see that Jesus has something for them and that they can aspire to great things through that we can slowly over time grow in our relationship with Him. And that relationship can transform St. Patrick, can allow St. Patrick to become, not just for the people of this parish, but for the people of this community, a beacon of life, a sign of hope, something to which all of us can aspire. So as I remember St. Philip Neri, one of my favorite saints, as I think of my dad and in the faith that was nurtured in his life through St. Patrick, and mine growing up here as well, I have this great feeling of hope and joy and confidence in our future as we just let Jesus be first. And as we just, in that, allowing Jesus to be first, we just fall more in love with Him, and in that relationship, we're able to continue to help St. Patrick grow and thrive and flourish. God bless you.